Need your AI to speak naturally? Give it a romance novel. How do we teach artificial intelligence to hold a conversation with people? Not just respond to specific commands, but actually detect things like nuance and tone and the underlying meaning of our words. It's a really tricky thing to do, and we don't have an answer. We got a couple of good ideas on how not to do it. Back in March of 2016, Microsoft launched, or maybe I should say unleashed upon the world, an AI chatbot named Tay. Tay was designed to interact with people between the ages of 18 and 24 on social media platforms like Twitter. Tay was also supposed to learn how to have conversations more naturally by taking those interactions and integrating it in a machine learning process into the way it responds to other people. And therein lies the problem. You see, when people found out they could manipulate Tay, the mischief makers came out in droves and the whole thing went pear-shaped in less than 24 hours. People began to make Tay say some pretty terrible things. Some pretty hilarious things, but terrible things. And I can't even repeat them on this video because they're way too vulgar and offensive. Now, at first, they were just making Tay repeat everything they said. So Tay was really just acting as a parrot. We can't really blame Microsoft for that. But in other cases, Tay started to incorporate some of the raunchy language into its responses to other questions, and that's when Microsoft pulled the plug. Now, this was not the first time someone tried to make AI more conversationally competent and everything went wrong. Back in 2013, IBM was trying to teach Watson, that's the computer that won on Jeopardy, how to be more conversational. So they fed it the Urban Dictionary to teach it slang. It turned Watson into a total potty mouth, and they ended up deleting the Urban Dictionary from its databanks. And they took out Wikipedia for good measure. Now, in the future, we might see even more instances of this. For example, Google is currently feeding its artificial intelligence romance novels. More than 2,800 of them. Now, this has led some people to joke that the AI of the future is gonna be mighty saucy. But the truth is, the intent wasn't to make the AI really flirtatious. It's because romance novels are really formulaic. But authors use different language to express the same sort of stories. So, using machine learning, the AI can determine that we use different types of language to express the same sort of thoughts. This will come in really handy when we want to have conversations with our AI. So, when we're talking to our personal digital assistants like Cortana or Siri or Alexa or Google's AI, it could be like talking to a real human person. But we've got a long way to go, and we have to remember that we humans really like to test the limitations of technology and push those boundaries. I say we just take that into account and let it go. But let me ask you what you would do to make AI more conversational. Would you force it to watch 1990s sitcoms or join an improv comedy class? Let me know your ideas in the comments below. Thanks to Toyota for sponsoring our show and making it possible. If you enjoyed this episode, hit that like button and join the forward-thinking think tank by subscribing to the channel. After that, check out these other amazing videos right over here.